Welcome to the program. I'm Andrew Wilkow. We are 3 weeks away from the presidential election, and tomorrow night is the second debate. And apparently, Obama's going to get tough. Tough how? Like, tough on who? Romney? It's obvious he can't let his record stand for itself. And here we are, 21 days to go, and no one seems to know what forward means. Hope and change. It seemed innocuous at the time, and it made people feel better about the future towards the end of the Bush years. Few really cared to get into the Saul Alinsky angle. In short, forward has been used over the generations by communists to mark the march of history. Here from the Communist Manifesto, and I quote, "The development of modern industry therefore cuts from under its feet the very foundation on which the bourgeoisie produces and appropriates products. What the bourgeoisie therefore produces above all are its own gravediggers. Its fall and the victory of the proletariat are equally inevitable." Karl Marx believed that communism was just the natural order of man, and revolution was the catalyst of this self-fulfilling prophecy. Here's the latest Obama campaign ad featuring A-list Hollywood actor Morgan Freeman.
Every president inherits challenges. Few have faced so many. 4 years later, our enemies have been brought to justice. Our heroes are coming home. Assembly lines are humming again. There are still challenges to meet, children to educate, a middle class to rebuild. But the last thing we should do is turn back now.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Forward. I was just flipping through Common Sense by Thomas Paine. There was nothing in there about that being a product of revolution. He's not the only one to join in with the forward crowd. Eva Longoria, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Morello, Jay-Z and Beyonce, or Jay and Bey, and Sarah Jessica Parker, just to name a few, jumped in with other elites in Hollywood and the media. In the end, Marx actually had a plan for people like this, and it wasn't too pretty. He wrote at the end of the Communist Manifesto of this group, calling them the socialistic bourgeois. And I quote Marx, "They wish for a bourgeoisie without a proletariat. The bourgeoisie naturally conceives the world in which it's supreme to be the best, and bourgeois socialism develops this comfortable conception into various more or less complete systems, in requiring the proletariat to carry out such a system and thereby march straightway into a new social Jerusalem. So thanks for your money, power, and help in the revolution, but guess what? You were just a pawn." That's what happens. I mean, what do you think happens after the revolution by the proletariat? The leadership become the new bourgeois. They take for themselves what they now want to deny to others. You know, there's a funny thing about Marx. He actually had a natural animosity towards freedom and the free market in the United States. He took the opposite view of Alexis de Tocqueville. For lack of a better phrase, fast forward to today. When you look at how modern progressives view the market, they tell you they believe in it. Yet they always push the idea that the government is the best avenue to create a competitive market. But what choice does government actually provide? I mean, to really be able to choose, one must be able to free oneself of the other choices. Are you able to choose to opt out of government retirement, better known as Social Security? No. Opting out is not defined by not taking the benefits. Don't confuse that. Opting out would be not paying for it in the first place and then not taking it. When progressives tell you they're creating choices for you, they're really just superficial choices. Progressives see a car as a way to get to work. It's just transportation. I mean, what's the difference what type of car you have as long as you can get to work? Soon enough, federal MPG standards will eventually allow you to have any color hybrid you want, but your car will be a hybrid. That's not a choice. I mean, maybe I want a car that fits my lifestyle and my needs. Not to brag. But I just ordered a new pickup truck from the remaining American car company not under control of government. It's not in yet, but here's a stock photo. There it is. 2013 Ford SVT Raptor. Now again, I don't mean to be self-centered, but I earned the money to buy a new truck, and I want to be happy with my purchase. Progressives might look at my new truck and say, "What do you need that for?" as if I need to answer that. That would be like if I were to ask progressives, well, why do you have to drink that wine or wear those designer clothes or whatever? It's like progressives don't care about the satisfaction that comes with the fruits of your labor. Their take is that the market is there to improve the lives of whomever they choose.